Did you ever notice that the people who preach peace, love, and tolerance the most are some of the least peaceful, loving, or tolerant people ever? What's up, guys? It's Marissa from Push Past Paralysis. Back with another video. I saw the other night a Backstreet Boys fan who basically asked Brian Littrell to step aside from her picture at the meet and greet because she didn't agree with his views. Now, I did find it suspicious that he was on some social media pages and then all of a sudden wasn't, so I wonder if the people around him are as intolerant of his views as well. Which to me is a problem. Because a few of the other guys are pretty vocal about their views, and they get applauded. They get highlighted. They get elevated. That's hypocrisy, if you ask me. Either everybody gets a voice or nobody gets a voice. And furthermore, I kind of feel like maybe this contributed to Brian's vocal problems in the past. And I think he still struggles from time to time. Do you ever think energetically he doesn't have a voice? He's not allowed to express how he feels. That's bullshit. Just like, yes, I'm a disabled woman, but I don't always agree with disabled people on every issue. I don't agree with women on every issue. I'm my own person. I have my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions. Individualism is a thing. You're allowed to feel how you feel. Brian's never hurt anybody. Neither has his wife, who's also a conservative. I just think it's ridiculous to paint people with such a broad brush without knowing why they do what they do. There are millions of conservatives who voted the way that they voted because of the economy, because of their household economy was suffering. Let me ask you something. Has either side of the government ever fixed your personal grievances? No. So why are you allowing the news to manipulate you into feeling some way about the opposite side? I'm not saying that there aren't extremes. Like QAnon, I don't buy into any of that. I think every conservative at one point looked at it and was like, but it's bullshit, and I don't buy into any of that. And I also don't think that pedophiles should be accepted and have their genitalia at all. But I don't like seeing somebody that I've met personally. I've met Brian, I've met Leighanne, I've met Bailey. I don't like to see any of them attacked. Especially, and I'll say it, attacked by some people who should know better. When you know somebody, and you know their heart, and you try to paint them a certain way out of left field, I'm sorry, I lose respect for people who do that. I've had it done to me. we got to get out of this. If you think or feel a certain way, then you're my enemy. Like I said, there's the extremes. There is good and evil in this world, but to paint somebody as evil because they believe in God, guns, and country is ridiculous. Because if the shit ever hits the fan, you're going to need a lot of those people on your side. And I'm not advocating for anything. I'm just saying. Think before you just completely disrespect and alienate somebody. And honestly, I do wish that, and I'm not somebody who's going to want somebody to be a puppet and just sing and dance and act, because that's what they're paid to do. I think everybody is allowed to have their own views and opinions, but I do miss when we didn't know. But if we're going to allow someone to have an opinion, allow everyone. Just saying. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with the person who has an opinion. But they're entitled to it. And I just think it's gotten out of hand and ridiculous. I've seen it in my own community. Not in a political way at all. But there is a groupthink and group mentality in different communities, which is why I am so for thinking and feeling and being an individual. Because I think everybody should strive for that. We all have our own individual lives. Just because there's a law or an advocacy for something specific for a group of people, like people living with disabilities, does not mean that we all have to agree or think or feel on every aspect. I don't care if we have the same disability. Our lives are still different in many ways. Our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions are still different in many ways. So that's all I have to say. Please subscribe if you like this video. I know it might be a little bit controversial, but I just am advocating for not bullying somebody because they think or feel differently than you. And they're not hurting anybody. Okay, so I will talk to you guys next time.